G'day guys, welcome back again. I'm doing another flip cup today for you. Just 3 flip cups with a base coat. I'm going to try a black base coat. So for my pouring medium today, I've got 60% glue. This is Elmer's glue all in here and 40% water. So 600 grams to 400 grams. Okay. These paints in the back are mixed on a ratio of 1:1, so 50 grams of pouring medium, 50 grams of paint. This one I mixed up the same and then I added a big dollop of water because I wanted it to be thin enough to actually flow over the whole surface. I don't know if I've got enough or not. This is just leftover paint from another pour that I did. So we'll just see how much I've got. I'm just going to spread it with this little spatula. I won't worry about the sides too much. I just want the surface to be covered for now. Just see if it makes it any easier for my flip cups to travel around on the canvas. Looks as if I've got plenty of black, so I might let it run over the sides a little bit as well just to get rid of it. I don't want to have too much paint on the surface. There we go, we'll just push it over the sides a bit. Nice even coating. As I said, I don't want too much paint on here. I just want to make it a bit slippery, so to speak. I don't want it to puddle because I have my mix pretty thick and I leave a lot of paint on here anyway, so I don't want to have too much on here that it takes forever to dry. My paintings take about 5 days generally to dry. Okay. I've got my edges covered, haven't I? My corners. Woohoo! Alright. Just wipe this off. Now I'll leave that there because I may need to do edges later on. Okay, that looks good. Just give it a light torch to pop some bubbles. Whoa! Turn this down. I do have a fire extinguisher here in my studio with me, but that does that. Whenever I shake it, it does that. It's a bit scary sometimes. Right, now let's move that out of the way and I'll get my cups. Using these big ones, I've just got the 3 of them. So I'm not going to do a flip and drag. I'm going to do one similar to what I did a while back, where I just flipped the cups over and let the paint flow out on its own. Right, now I've got 8 colours, 100 grams in each, 800 grams. So I'm going to put, well, these 2 have got a little bit more. These purples were so thin when I mixed them up. I had to keep adding paint, adding paint, so I've got a bit more. I'm going to put 6 drops in these 2 purples and 5 in the rest. I'm not going to do the black and the white. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 5. And you can have one more. Oh, that was 2. Okay, now stir them in well. Go around, edges, and around again. Around, edges, and again. turquoise feels a bit thin as well. Some colours are just thin. And then others, like the navy, are just thick. Okay, so that's my oil in there. Let's start layering. So I can do pretty big layers because I've only got 3 cups. I only need to do 2 layers, so I can use a little bit more paint than what I would normally use. So I've got a pale turquoise, a dark turquoise, a pale purple, a dark purple, a pink, a navy, a black and a white. So those are my colours today. And we'll see how they go. So I'm not going to use all the purple, because as I said, I did end up making up more than what I needed. And I don't want to have too much paint on the surface. Normally when I do these, I have maybe 5 cups that I'm flipping. So my layers are generally smaller or thinner because I have to go through 5 cups. But the base of these are wider. So it's kind of like I'm doing 2 cups in one, I guess, because of the wider bases. So it's a bit deceiving. Okay, and some white. Back to my favourite colour, my navy. Had to put my navy in. I did want a purple, basically a purple pour. I've done a few purple pours with a sort of splash of purple, aqua I should say, purple and aqua, and I really like that colour combination. Can't talk today. It's getting late. Haven't had a great day with pouring today. I've scraped 3, trying something new, and scraped 3 canvases. And then I went out shopping, doing some Christmas shopping. Won't tell you what I bought in case my family's watching. Not that they watch. None of my family pour with me. It's so sad. And yeah, so I did some Christmas shopping. I tend to do most shopping online because I really don't like having to go into the big shopping centres at Christmas time. It's so busy, so many people, and parking's a pain, and the queues are huge. I tend to buy online and just grab a few little things that I can't buy online. It's only 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I think, till Christmas now. It's getting closer. I'm not ready. Some more purple. And my pretty pink. Pretty in pink. Said I wasn't going to use all that purple, and kind of did. I'll cut back on the next purple, I think. I didn't scrape the cup. That's probably a little bit too much in here. But hey, rather too much paint than not enough, eh? Although sometimes it can be a problem when you've got too much. It's going to be fun flipping these over onto my black paint. So deceiving. You think you've got heaps of paint. But as I said, this base is so much wider. I mean, I know this is the top, but it's only a little base. I'm used to filling up these little cups. It's like layering doing 2 cups. These big ones, they hold 550 mils, these big cups, so 2 cups they hold. Quite a lot of paint. Okay, that's the white all gone. Clean my hands off. More navy. Navy's still a little bit thick by the feels of it, the way it's coming out. Well, not too thick, but just thicker than some of the others. Now I'm going to tilt this one very gently. I'm going to try and keep as much of the paint on the surface as I possibly can. I tend to get a better result when I don't lose all my paint. Okay, let's keep the rest of that purple. Not a lot in there, but keep it anyway. Okay, got a nice big cupfuls. Put that back there. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Well, don't come out yet. Oops. It's on the timber underneath. It's wobbling a bit. All right, let me show you the colours while that just waits for a minute. I have sprayed all my cups on the inside with my silicone spray and just wipe them excess out with a paper towel. Right, colours. Black and white, of course. And my light purple and my dark purple. So this is just plain purple, and this is purple with white added to make a pale purple or a lilac. And that's the reason it's so thin, because that purple is really thin. And then my pink, it's basically just magenta with some white that I've made up myself. I tend to make up a lot of colours myself. I just can't buy the colours that I'm wanting. My deep space, my navy, is my favourite colour. And turquoise and marina. That's those ones there. Okay. Righty-o. Now, the paint's released. You can see how it's come away from the bottom of the cup there. So I'm just going to flip the cup over and let the paint fall out on its own. Like so. There's really not much left in there. And lucky last. There's a little bit more pink in that one. Okay, I'm just going to pour some of the paint out there. I'm not going to drag it out, just pour it out gently. Okay. Well, it certainly is a purple pour, isn't it? Purple's very dominant, which is, well, what I was after. Purple with some turquoise and a splash of pink. Okay. A few little cells popping up already. Lots of bubbles. Let's torch from up high. I do want to get rid of this caterpillar though. and this one. There you go. Got them. All right, let's do some torching. Turn you right down. Nice. Up and up high, round and round. Take your time. Come on, bubbles, pop, please. Pop, pop. No, don't want to. Oops, I forgot the corner here. We'll do my corners. All right, I think that's a good mix of cells. Got a couple of little caterpillars in there. Very small cells. Last time I did this with my pour that I did similar to this in those really bright colours, my cells were much bigger to start with. I did use a different glue. I used my Australian glue. This is the Elmer's glue all in this one. Whether or not it makes any difference at all, I have no idea. But we'll see. This corner here hasn't got many cells. Let me just torch it again. There's a few bubbles right there. No, I can't get them. I'll have to poke them later. Pop. Pop. So satisfying popping bubbles. All right, let's do this. Now the other thing I wanted to try was, you know how I always do this side first because I've got the most area to cover? I'm going to change it around a bit. I'm going to use the fact that I've got a lot of paint here just to do those ends real quick and see if that actually helps or hinders. Just want to pop a little bit of paint on my corners. There we go. And torch them. Feels thinner. This mix feels thinner than my last one. Don't know why, it just does. A couple of sticks for my paint catchers. Where am I going to hold it? All right. Side to side. Hold that there while I get that corner. Off we go. Yeah, it's a lot thinner, this mix. Don't know why. Maybe it has got something to do with Elmer's glue all being a thinner mix, because it's exactly the same ratio as I used on my last one. But my mix was a lot thicker on that one. All right, let's go to this side. I can already see that the sides are stretching more and the middle's not, so let's see if I can get my hand under there. There is a cross piece under here, so it doesn't make it that easy to do, but let's just try. And back. Get the paint off me. Okay. Turn that around. really pretty. It's certainly got purple. Let's see if I can straighten this line up. No, I don't really want to because I really want this to stretch. But anyway, let's have a look and see if I can stretch the middle a little bit. We'll go side to side. Go off this side, get that corner, come back. Oh, it's moving so easily. It's a little bit thin, it really is a bit thin. Okay, look at all the paint I've lost. My goodness. Okay, well, not quite what I was expecting, but it's all right. Mix is too thin. Must be those purples. You know, those purples were so much thinner than the other paints were. Let's see if I can pop my hand under here again for a minute. Try and stretch that middle out a bit without losing too much of the composition. Can't believe how much paint I've lost. My goodness. Wonder if it's because of my base coat that it's, you know, everything's sliding around so much more. Could be. Could be the reason. All right. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I made such a mess. Right, let me pick up some paint. Cover my corners. I don't think I'll do a base coat again. It was worth a try, but I don't think it was any advantage, really. I mean, the paint certainly slid around, maybe too much for me. But pretty pour, pretty colours, nice shaped cells. Just run my little spatula underneath. Catch the drips. And I've got one tiny little white corner here. There we go. Cover you up. Okay, do I want a torch? Let's not. Hey, let's not torch. Let's just keep the cells the size that they are and not go for those little tiny ones as well. Let's just stick with our big cells, hey? Now, I'm going to, I'm not going to do any more to it. No, really not. What I do want to do though is cover this up a little bit so that when I zoom in, all this extra paint's not too distracting. So I'm going to have to do this again and either make my paints thicker or just not do the base coat because it just moved way too much. Right, let's get these dirty gloves off and I'll take you in for a close-up. It's really pretty. Very girly. Oh, I've got some overhead lights above it. Sorry about that. It's getting dark. I'm just trying to get the correct colour for you. I look at the painting and then I look at it on the screen and then I can, oops, just adjust. There we go. Adjust the colour accordingly. So what do you reckon? I really like it. Let's zoom into the middle. Oops, it's gone really pale again. Let me take it back to how it should be. I should just stop fiddling with it, shouldn't I? There, just leave it. Okay. Now, shall I take you down for a proper close-up? Would you like to see a proper close-up? All right, just for a minute, seems you all yelled out, yes. Oh, down off my ladder. Okay. Zoom out. Okay, start up in this corner. Pretty. Lovely purple ones there. And what have we got here? These are kind of greyish there. It's not the best light in here, I'm sorry. And we've got some purple and some pink, some turquoise cells there. Got lots of negative space. I'm not going to torch in there, just leave it as it is. So the cells are really pretty. They're separate. They're not too many of them bumping into each other, as you can see there. They've got room around them, which is what I really like. I don't like it when they all bump into each other and lose shape. So these here are really pretty too. Whole thing's pretty. Happy with it. Okay. Oops, there's the glare again. I'll hold the camera like this so you don't see too much of the glare. Hope you enjoyed that little video. And those little grey ones in the bottom there in the middle, they're just throwing me. Where did that come from? Little grey ones all on their own. Just bizarre. So yeah, I'll do this colour scheme again, make my mix thicker. It just flowed way too fast. I like to be able to control it more. So I might try it again with my Australian glue and see if it's any different. Or maybe it's just the base coat. I don't know. There's too many variables. This is why I keep experimenting. All right, enough of me. I need to go and feed my dogs. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.